So, Ouija, the origin of evil. Now, I don't understand Ouija. Why is it spelled with an O? They can't just spell it with a W?
I think it's because it probably was a different language.
Was it a different language?
I don't know. Because we in French means...
Is we in French with an O? I thought it was with a Q. Did you see the first one?
The
first Ouija
original
movie?
Ouija?
Yeah.
There was one that came out. Are you doing this to me again?
No, I swear to God, this... There was an original Ouija that came out. It was like 2012-ish, maybe 13.
I didn't see it.
It got a 7% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it's safe to say that this was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, that's what I was.
What'd you think of this one overall?
I thought it was good. I thought it was interesting. I like the cinematography. You know how I am.
It was very well directed.
Yeah,
a lot of long takes where the camera would just follow the characters, put them in a position of vulnerability.
And remember, like how what was the other movie that we seen? The other horror movie that we seen with that
Blair Witch.
Remember how we was talking about the scenes where it gets quiet but without adding music? I feel like Ouija did it the right way.
Nothing was in your face about this movie.
It came in at the exact time that you wanted it to come in, or weren't expecting it to come in.
What do you think about jump scares?
I feel like they could overdo it, just like in the Blair Witch,
the bitchware,
the Blair Witch
project,
where they overdid it. I don't know why I keep going back to it, but I feel like it's just a great reference.
Well, that was
comparing it to a movie that actually did it well.
I loved this movie, Ouija: Origin of Evil. It's been a pretty good year for horror movies. Don't Breathe, Conjuring 2, Lights Out. That was very good.
Did I see Don't Breathe? Oh,
yeah.
That's the Michigan one?
Stats, can you play the tape?
They were like, yo, this veteran nigga got some bread in the crib. Let's go get him because I need some chicken.
The Michigan one. The Detroit. Yeah, I guess Detroit, Michigan. Yeah. You bought me there. Well, do you remember Don't Breathe?
I remember a little bit. You know, my memory's terrible, but I remember some
I wonder
parts.
why. Characters, more personality. A lot of horror films, they're missing heart. They just go for this jump scares, bloody kills.
I like Don't Breathe. It's coming back to me. I like the whole concept.
The blind guy.
Yeah.
You should watch our review. I think you might like it. This movie, the jump scares I thought were handled very well. They exposed the villain of the movie very early in the film. Blair Witch, they barely showed the witch. It's Kit Harington. I've come to rescue you. Oh, God damn it. Her torso gets bent all the way backwards.
Okay,
and
got
he's
you.
like trying to go inside of her.
Yeah.
That was the doctor, the evil Nazi doctor.
Yeah.
That he was performing all these experiments in this house after he came here from Poland or Germany.
That's crazy. Like that's crazy that just that whole idea that somebody inside of another person or whatever that person was feeling, thinking during that time period where he was doing all those experiments in the basement, and there's whatever soul or
what they call him, the
character,
devil doctor?
Yeah, whatever the fuck was in his mind and his body that made him to do some crazy shit like that.
It was a cool premise. It wasn't just a random demon. This guy had a motive. He was a tortured soul. It actually meant something. An actual motive.
The way they ended it, make it seem like she was talking to a therapist the whole time, giving the movie in a form of a story, or the therapist trying to have her explain what happened before she got there.
The movie was like a prequel to her living in this insane asylum.
I like how they did that, because that was unexpected to me. I was like, oh shit.
Let's talk about the little girl. Great performance.
Oh yeah.
What is with little girls in horror movies? Why are they so scary?
Because they're creepy when they have innocence to them, but there's that one scene where she was talking to Lena's boyfriend.
When she was describing how it feels to get choked to death?
Want to hear something cool?
Sure.
Do you know what it feels like to be strangled to death? First, you feel the pressure in your throat. And you start to taste something very sour in your mouth. Then, it's like someone lights a match right in the middle of your chest. And that fire grows. It fills your lungs and your throat and all the way behind your eyes. And the last thing you feel is cold. Good night, Romeo.
That's creepy. It's like, imagine having that's like my little sister coming to me and like, Stu, do you know how it feels to get your toes chopped off?
My whole thing is, you're the boyfriend, you hear that little girl say that to you. Why the hell are you coming back to that house? I'll never understand the stupidity of characters in horror movies. Just once, I want a character to say, I'm done, fuck this, I'm going to the Vatican at this point.
You know what kind of got me upset was when he actually fell for the lore.
When he
lore
came
and
back.
scheme, and then actually went downstairs. But I'm like, oh, you fucking naive.
It's the classic, the open
teenager,
door,
wanna get
the ominous door. I don't know what's in there, so I have to go check it out. You know what I also don't understand about horror movies is why do they hate men? The men always die. It's either the black guy or the male characters. They're dead. You're telling me you didn't think the priest character was going to live? I mean, die?
I thought he was going to make it. I deadass thought he was going to make it. And then when he got bodied, I was like, damn. That's why I looked at you in the theater like, damn, he's gone? Like, that's it for him? Like,
the way he died, too, it was just so nonchalant.
just like, yo.
Just got tossed, cracked his neck on the stairs.
Done.
He's dead. His character was really cool, too, because he was a kind of the religious detective. He was breaking down the whole situation for the family.
I like how you got intense at the table with the
Right.
girl.
He was bopping her. I like the way it opened, too. This family they're basically running a scam on these people. They're doing the whole medium, read the palm. You can talk to your ancestors. They're taking advantage of these people in grief. And then it turns around and then they get obsessed with communicating with the dead father. And it just destroys them as a family. It's kind of funny. They almost were victims of their own scam, except it wasn't a scam. It was real.
I like how they introduced the Ouija board in general. The first scene that you actually see
With the
what
four
movie is
friends?
about. Yeah,
That scene was hilarious.
it was funny. As
When
hell.
they were, that girl was like, oh my God.
Everybody was like, yo, I'm not doing it. I'm like, yo, I'm bugging out. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's like, yo, I'm not moving this shit. And they,
I don't know what I said.
So what would you give this out of 10?
I'm going to give it a 9.
Part of me wants to give it a 10, but another part of me is saying it's good, but it's not a 10. Like, a 10 when you see one.
You know what it is? I think it's because the way it ended in a way that I wasn't really completely satisfied with. It was cool how it ended. I'm not knocking the ending, but I don't know.
You have a problem with how it ended, but you're not knocking the ending. Is that what you're telling me right now?
I just contradicted myself.
Yeah, I think you might have. I think we have to play that back. But you're still giving it a 9
Yeah, I'm giving it a 9.
because you weren't satisfied with the ending.
Yeah.
What would you have preferred?
Some unexpected shit on some just clothes. You don't know.
Ambiguous.
Before, like you don't, yeah.
Leave it up to the imagination. I
That's-
really loved it, but
that's
I'm not
nice.
going to give it a 10 out of 10. I'm going to give it a 9.
I'm going with the 9.
Yeah. So
Stamp that.
Solid 9. All right, stamp it.